Dear students, hope all of you are safe. Take absolute care of yourself and your parents and elderly people and everybody in your family. Today I have come to you with a new video, and the topic is final accounts of companies. This is in corporate accounting paper of BCom second semester. Is the first unit, final account of companies. So before going into the depth of final account of companies, let us first try to understand what is the meaning of financial statements. Dear students, financial statements are the end products of accounting process. They are the outcome of summarizing process of accounting. These are the sources of information. Actually, we make journal, ledger, then trial balance, and then we go for final account and financial statements. So this is the end product. This is the final stage of the accounting process, and these are this is a source of information for the users of accounting information, and we are doing that final accounts. And before that, let us clear the meaning of financial statements. That's why I have started with financial statements. See, financial statement is a summarized statement of financial data relating to a business unit. Business may be sole trader, it may be partnership, it may be companies, but today we are discussing the financial statements of companies. Such financial statements are organized systematically and presented logically in a statement in order to convey financial aspects of a business firm. So these are the financial statements. These are the end products of the whole accounting process. At the end, we make financial statements. And let us first make it clear, what are the financial statements? What are the constituents of financial statements? Financial statements has got generally four constituents. Generally, number one, balance sheet is also known as position statement. Number two is statement of profit and loss. Statement of profit and loss. This is also known as income statement. And the third is notes to the accounts. You have to give lot of notes below the balance sheet, below the statement of profit and loss account, profit and loss. And these notes are very much essential. And these notes are also parts of the financial statements. And the fourth is cash flow statement. So generally, we understand these four as the financial statements, the constituents of financial statements, the balance sheet, the statement of profit and loss, the notes to the account, that is the supporting notes, and the cash flow statement. These are very important constituents of financial statements for any organization. But we have to remember that our chapter, that is the financial statement that we are dealing here with, belongs to companies. So we have to go by Companies Act 2013. So let us see what the section 40 of Companies Act 2030 is saying about the financial statements. Section 2, subsection 40, 2 bracket 40 of Companies Act 2013. So according to section 2 in bracket 40 of Companies Act 2013, financial statements in relation to company are as follows. See, what are these? According to the provisions of Companies Act 2013. So they are saying number one is a balance sheet at the end of the financial statement. Same I told you just now. Then a statement of profit and loss. This was earlier known as profit and loss account, but now it is known as statement of profit and loss. Carrying on any activity. But there may be, some organizations which are not for profit, they're non-trading. If there are any non-trading organization, for that they don't make profit and loss account, they don't make statement of profit and loss, but they make income and expenditure account for the financial year. You know it. And the third is cash flow statement. Cash flow statement is an essential part of the financial statement. And the fourth is a statement of changes in equity. It is applicable in certain places. You have to give a statement of changes in equity. So that is also a part of the financial statement according to section 2, subsection 40 of the Companies Act 2013. And then last is any explanatory note annexed to or forming part of any document relating to subclause I to the subclause. From subclause I to subclause, it is 4. So there are some explanatory notes that is also important as financial statements, and this is actually suggested by section 2 subsection 40 of the Companies Act 2013 that these should be financial statements. But basically, we understand by financial statements mainly two. One is position statement, other is balance sheet, and that's what we are going to learn in this unit of corporate accounting. Position statement is the balance sheet, and statement of profit and loss, there is the income statement. Position statement, income statement. Position statement is the balance sheet, and income statement is the statement of profit and loss. But one thing here we have to remember about section 240 of the Companies Act 2013 provided that financial statement with respect to one person company, one person company OPC, one person company, small company, dormant company, private company, if such private company is startup, may not include cash flow statement. So certain companies, who are small company or one person company or dormant company, private company, if such a company is startup, they may not need to enclose cash flow statement. So generally, the financial statements are, actually practically two, which are compulsory for all sort of companies, that is balance sheet and the statement of profit and loss. Now I have to mention here one more section of the Companies Act 2013, and that section is section 129 subsection 1. We have to know a little bit about this section. It's a very, very important section regarding Companies Act 2013. Remember, Companies Act 2013 prescribes the format of balance sheet and statement of profit and loss account, and for these two financial statements there is a schedule called Schedule 3. So let us know what is Schedule 3 and about section 129 subsection 1. Just listen carefully. Section 129 subsection 1 states that financial statement shall give a true and fair view of the state of affairs of the company or companies and comply with the accounting standards notified under section 133 and shall be in the form or forms as may be provided for different classes of companies in Schedule 3. So here you remember Schedule 3, I told you about Schedule 3. When you make a company balance sheet, you have to follow a particular format. If you make a sole tradership balance sheet, you have seen assets are on the right hand side, liabilities on the left hand side. It may be also vertical. Even in partnership, you have seen those things. But in company especially, there is a specific format given in the Companies Act 2013. Earlier, Companies Act was Companies Act 1956. There was also balance sheet format was given horizontally, asset and liability, and then it became again vertical, and those are now in history. Now, Companies Act 2013 has given some formats of financial statements, generally profit and loss account, and let us not call profit and loss account, let us say statement of profit and loss, that is income statement, and another is balance sheet. So, as per the section 129(1), financial statements should give true and fair view. It should be true and fair view of the affairs of the company. True and fair view should be there. And for that purpose, the accounting standards have to be followed under section 133 and shall be in the form of, you have to make the company balance sheet in a particular format. You cannot deviate from that format. So that is, those formats are given since 2013 only. Those formats are given in Schedule 3. And I have to tell you something more about these formats. But before that, let us say something about 129 section 129 of subsection 1. There are some exceptions provided that items contained in such financial statements shall be in accordance with accounting standards. So the Companies Act 2013 demands that according to section 129 subsection 1, the financial statements should be constituted or should be prepared in accordance with accounting standards. Further, it is provided that Nothing contained in subsection shall apply to insurance or banking company or any company engaged in generation or supply of electricity or to any other class of companies for which a form of financial statements has been specified in or under the act governing such class of company. Such companies are to prepare their final accounts according to their own requirements in their respective forms as given in the Acts. So dear students, please remember, now I am taking the first class on final account of companies. I'll be teaching you the format of balance sheet. I'll be teaching you the format of statement of profit and loss account, all these things. But remember one thing, after you learn these formats, you shall apply these formats in the preparation of final statement, final account of companies, accepting certain companies. See, you cannot apply these formats in certain companies like insurance company. This format will not be applicable there, whatever I am going to teach. And banking company, it will not be applicable in banking company or in any company which are engaged in generation of supply of electricity. Such companies, what are the companies? Once again, insurance company, banking company, electricity companies. These companies have their own form of final account, own form of balance sheet and income statement, etc. The format that I am going to teach you will not be applicable in banking, insurance and electricity companies. That you have to remember, and that is also mentioned in section 129, subsection 1 of Companies Act 2013. Dear students, here I have to tell you one thing regarding the format of balance sheet. There are some confusions because since 2013 different forms are given and some other amendments have also come later on. So as per the latest amendment, whatever format you have to learn, whatever format you have to follow, those things I'll be discussing in the next video, because at present, for balance sheet there are actually three formats. You will find three forms of balance sheet. I'll be teaching you in the next video what are these three formats and which format will be applicable in which case. And as per my experience, as per whatever I've understood, the format 1 will be applicable for you. Format 1, that is, according to the latest amendments of the Companies Act, the companies have been divided into three divisions: Division 1, Division 2 and Division 3. So as per my experience or whatever I have little bit I have learned, your balance sheet should be in Division 1 sort of balance sheet, but you're advised to learn Division 2 and Division 3 also. I'll be giving you these formats, but first of all, I'll take up the format as per Division 1. So in the next video, I'll be talking about the Division 1 format of balance sheet and also statement of profit and loss account. And till then, stay safe. Please go by your books, and I'll also give this some write-up also, in PDF format in your Telegram group. But for that time being, this is the first video that I have shared with you in your BCom second semester class regarding the final account of companies according to Companies Act 2013. So hope you liked it. Please go by my video carefully, and if you have any doubt, you can contact me personally, and I'm coming with the next video very soon. Thank you very much. Stay safe.